Andy, so the final pre-season test and championship strength opposition here today. What was your take on the game?
Well, look, first and foremost, thanks for Millwall for bringing their full strength first team to Hayes Lane. That was a real good test for us, and one I thought we didn't do bad at. I felt we was a little bit safe at first, which is understandable against a championship team. We kind of, sat in a little bit and we couldn't get our passing going like I wanted. But then towards the end of that half, we sort of started to come out of our shell a little bit and started to, connect a few passes and create a few problems. There's positives, real positives. We know the obvious negative, what's happened. But overall, I thought it was a really good test and probably one that we probably needed to have this pre-season, where we've had sort of a lot of games go our way.
And you refer to that negative of the afternoon there, of course, Carl Jenkinson going off on a stretcher, which is terrible to see. Is there any update on his condition at all at the moment?
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like he's dislocated his hip, which is tragedy, real tragedy. He's been a real, bright player for us all pre-season. So, yeah, that's a real blow. I've just seen him in there. He's going to the hospital. We're trying to get it back in. I mean, dislocated hips, not a great thing to have. But knowing Jenkinson we'll be back, sooner rather than later. And we wish him all the best. And hopefully, he gets himself right and we see him back in a Bromley shirt soon.
Indeed, and back to the game, restricted Millwall to a handful of chances across that first half, but some brilliant saves from Sam Long, who looked really good today. Yeah,
Sam was excellent. I wanted to have I wanted to stress test Sam a little bit because, he's had a good pre-season. We know what Grant can do, and I wanted to see, Sam in a situation where, he's under a little bit more. Not that saying he hasn't been. And he come through with flying colours. We're in a real blessed position. We've got two number one goalies here. I keep saying it, and it's testament to Sam, how he's kept, working and kept the pressure on Grant. And Grant's got to keep producing, and they've really, given me a real good sort of dilemma, like the rest of the squad has for the first game of the season. It's brilliant.
I was just going to say that it's a pre-season game, but it must have been quite hard to pick your starting 11 today.
Really hard, because I wanted to pick the starting 11 that's going to start next week. That was in my mind at the beginning of the pre-season, but the lads have been so on it right the way through pre-season that it just made no sense to do that. It's not fitness we need at this stage, it really isn't. Every single player's been, really on top of everything. There's not one player that I look at and think, he's not been at it. So, in that respect, that's why I sort of changed my sort of idea on today, really, by making sure everyone got some minutes again. And really, we have got to pick a team that goes to Shrewsbury and gets a result. And I've got selections all over the place.
And it is strength and depth, isn't it? We're really seeing that at the moment.
Yeah, we've got strength and depth. It's positive, if I look back at this time last year, we had a good 11, and then we pretty much, we was not as strong, with ones behind. We've got two 11s that can play week in, week out here, and I'm really chuffed about that. And testament to the chairman supporting everything I wanted to do.
And in 7 days' time, a trip to Shrewsbury, a side who, of course, playing their trade in League One last season.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a tough opener for us. It really is. They've just been relegated. They'll be probably expected at home to sort of, come out and turn us over because they're the League One team, as it were. So we've got to go down and be prepared and ready to, execute our game plan on them and make sure that we're really good at what we do. And we'll be working towards that all week now.
And just finally, overall, in terms of pre-season, how satisfied are you with this campaign?
Yeah, I was just speaking to Anthony and Mark there, with the sort of disappointment of Jenko getting injured there. It's been a fantastic pre-season. I couldn't have asked for any more. The fitness levels, the quality of work we've got into the group, and where the group's at as a group, I couldn't be asking for any more as a manager. So it's as good as I've known. We just now got to go and hit the ground running next week, and this group looks ready.
And we'll catch up with you in the week. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers, Andy.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.